safety issue. That should be able to just roll.
Yeah.
So I think maybe,
Alright. Order time is now 6:07, Monday, December 1st. Start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Alright. Roll call.
Mayor Jacobs? Present.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kishim?
Yes.
Commissioner Mohammed is absent. Clerk Commissioner Hodgkins is absent. Acting Clerk Commissioner Morissette?
Here.
Mayor, you have a quorum?
Alright, no presentations. Or deletions and withdrawals to the agenda. I'm going to move forward with, we're going to move 9.2, 9.3, 9.4, 9.5, 9.6.
9.7 and 9.8.
You want yours?
Yeah, no, there's no reason to work with that when all the other things are moved.
All right, 9.7 and 9.8. We'll move those back to April of
To January.
27.
January
January
10, right?
10th, right? 7.
April
7.
27.
2027.
What year?
Okay.
January 7.
Excuse me.
magic trick?
So get an
Bet you
empty
can't
box.
do that again.
Yeah.
As my father would say, that's a bad cold you got
Yeah.
there.
Something, thanks. Something's making me sneeze. All right. Any other remove withdrawals?
Nope, nope,
Clerk,
nope.
manager, attorney?
Hope, sir.
No. All right. Okay. Move on. There are no presentations. Reports on committees of the town staff. Police chief.
Good evening, Mayor, Commissioners. Dan DeCoursey, the Police Department. Going over the stats for November, October 20th through November 19th for the Police Department. Community engagement and training. The Police Department assisted with traffic control and management event for the town food giveaway on November 1st. November 8th, the officers attended the health fair and assisted with security and maintaining a visible presence there. November 17th, Deputy Chief Acho and Captain Pritchard attended a conversation with former Philadelphia Police Commissioner Chuck Ramsey, reflections on policing's past, present, and future at the FIU North Campus. November 24th, we attended and assisted with the town's turkey pardoning and the turkey giveaway,
Turkey hunt.
as well as
Bad.
as well as the on the 25th, the tree lighting ceremony. Department representation. Unfortunately, we had to attend 2 funerals this last month. 2 Miami-Dade officers, Miami Beach officer on the motorcycle that was killed, as well as a Miami-Dade police officer that was shot and killed handling a traffic incident down there. We've also accomplished rebranding our fleet. As everybody could tell, we changed the rebranding of the vehicles. We're currently waiting on the striping packages to come in for the Chargers so that we can go ahead and restripe those as well and get those where they need to be. On October 29th, interviews were conducted for the with our Pembroke Park Police Department officers regarding the Drug Enforcement Administration Task Force assignment. We made that process in-house as to give our officers a chance to grow internally within the organization. We're pleased to announce that Officer Robert Bethay has been chosen for that position, where he will currently work alongside with DEA as well in other cases, as well as DEA will be providing assistance with us in the town with any issues that we might have as well. So you'll see another item coming up later on the agenda regarding an agreement with Drug Enforcement Administration. And basically what it does is it deputizes our officer who will be able to work anywhere in the United States of America and outside at our foreign embassies and so on. We're also currently processing 2 applicants for the police chief position. We have another interview tomorrow morning at 9, I believe. We'll be interviewing another person then, so we're beginning to backfill these positions. My goal is to get the positions backfilled so that we can, A, get our 1 officer assigned to the Drug Task Force, we're hoping in January, as well as our community policing / crime prevention officer, who will be, sole function will be to handle our HOAs and community policing issues that are going on in town, as well as safety and security assessments for our businesses and our mobile home communities and so on. So we're looking for a lot of good things out of that. Statistic-wise, we had traffic incidents. We had 49 from October 20th to November 19th. We had 46 total alarm calls. We had 10 burglaries. And total general incidents, 424. Police service calls, 822. And those are, again, our footprints and so on when checking businesses and meeting with business owners and meeting with our community members as well. Total arrests, we had 15 arrests, citations, 117 warnings as well as citations were issued in the last month, and crash reports, we had a total of 43 crash reports. Total calls for service, 1,633.
How's speeding been in the school zones?
Pardon me?
How's the speeding been in the school zone?
Right now, we're still giving the warnings out until we get the system fully implemented. We had an issue with the cameras on Hallandale Beach Boulevard. We're currently working through that now.
Okay.
So, but once our person is on board, when you'll see the contract come up again tonight on that,
Okay.
regarding the person that's going to be the part-time employee, which Mr. Horowitz will be bringing forward.
Okay.
Okay. Any questions?
Any other questions?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Move on to new business. Michael V. Are you Michael V now?
I'm here on behalf of Mike V.
Amazing doctor.
Good evening, Mayor and Commissioners. Like I said, I'm here on behalf of Mike V today to,
Yeah.
to share the 2 sign variances. So,
Okay.
And just your name, please.
Your name.
Jocelyn Aldez. Thank you. So the first sign variance is going to be for Lucky Cigar. The property is located at 2865 Southwest 30th Avenue. It's directly adjacent to I-95, and this sign variance request is going to be along the east elevation of the building. So right now, the existing sign, as you can see from I-95, has low visibility, and with the proposed sign, they're requesting to increase the length and the letter height to increase visibility from I-95. And with the new sign code rewrite, this sign would not need a sign variance, which is something important to note. So that's it for Lucky Cigar. Any questions?
All right.
No, I mean, it's look well proportioned, so
Everyone okay with the consent on this?
yeah, no objections.
7-2.
If I could just add, this is a quasi-judicial item as a variance, so it should be on as a line item on the agenda.
right, line item.
And to the extent that the applicant or any members of the public wanted to speak to the item, they should be given that opportunity.
Mr. Roach is here. We'll wait for you till the meeting. And let's go with O'Reilly's.
Yes.
7-2.
So this one's for O'Reilly's. This property is located at 4700 West Hellendale, and it's right along Hellendale Beach Boulevard. So with this sign right now, also from Hellendale, you can see it has low visibility. They're proposing to increase the sign along the west elevation. So they would be requesting to increase the length, the letter height, and the area. Again, some visibility issues, and under the sign code rewrite, this wouldn't need a variance.
Okay.
No objections. That looks very reasonable.
Line item.
Same issue. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Quick and easy. You can take off now unless you got anything else. All right.
Thank you.
7-3. This will be police chief conditional approval of the Haida State and Local Task Force with the DEA. Resolution number 2025-081.
Good evening, Dan DeCoursey with the Police Department. This is a standard agreement that DEA executes with every agency that's involved with them as far as being on a task force. It was reviewed by Mr. Horowitz, and he didn't have any problems with it. Basically, it just outlines the duties and stuff and what each party is responsible for. It goes on to say that they are paying up to 25% of overtime at a GS-12 Step 1 rate, which is about $20,000 that they're going to pay for overtime, minus the FICA and stuff that we would still have to pay for the employee. But all in all, it's a win-win for the agency, for the town. These are funds that we normally wouldn't be able to get our hands on in the money laundering unit. So we're hoping to share some assets there and put that back into the community, as well as the police
Put
department.
us in for RICO.
Yep,
Awesome.
yep. It's all inclusive. So
Nice. All right. Line item.
Or consent?
Okay, this one can be consent?
Yes.
All right, we'll do consent.
thank you.
Consent here.
7.4, consideration and approval of commission meeting dates for calendar year 2026. Town clerk, that's you.
Yeah. Attached in the agenda packet,
Is everyone taking a look at it?
all the dates for next year's meetings.
Yep.
I only altered, I believe, in November.
Yeah.
Because Veterans Day is a Wednesday, so I chose the next day, which is a Thursday.
Okay.
Just one observation,
I
if I
didn't
might.
see that, Doc.
The
Do you have a copy of it, please?
it includes summer meetings. I didn't know if you wanted to stick with the summer schedule.
Yeah, that was right. The hiatus for the summer. You didn't pull those meetings.
I didn't because we vote on it. Usually the hiatus is something that you vote on.
Yeah.
Whether you want to have it or not. So I still put dates
Just in case.
in case.
We'll leave it and then pull it as needed.
No problem.
Give me a second. So you can see the date.
If you,
Let me figure it out.
okay. Darn, am I supposed to see that from here?
Walk over there if you need to. Then step back 20 feet.
I see no problems here.
Yeah, let's put that on consent.
Yeah, let's put them.
If the other commissioners have an issue, we'll pull it and do it as a line. That's fine.
I mean, we always been flexible when special situations
Yep.
arise, so we can do that in the future too.
The next is special meetings from the town clerk as well. Will be September 10th for our first public budget hearing. September 10th, regular commission meeting. September 24th, special commission meeting. September 24th, second public budget meeting. September 24th, workshop commission meeting. And then September 29th, the regular commission meeting. Everyone okay with consent?
Just keep in mind, if I might, with regard to September meetings, just be mindful that we don't yet know the dates of the school board's budget hearings or the county's budget hearings. They may need to be adjusted so they don't conflict.
Okay.
These are last year's dates.
All right. 7.6, motion to waive competitive procurement. That would be, go ahead.
All right. So we currently use iCompass
Yeah.
for agenda management software. I found that Civic Clerk, I've used Civic Clerk in the past, and Civic Clerk is a much user-friendly agenda management software to use. Anybody can use it. It's also, it'll be on our website directly. It's more user-friendly. Go
Okay.
ahead.
It also interfaces with everything we're using. We're using their software for about 4 other items, so it all integrates very easily. It'll make things a lot easier for the clerk's office.
And not only that, but you saw right now, I had to wait until the Boxcast was able to stream. With this, it's all click, easy, go live button, and that nothing will overlap. It's much user friendly,
Okay.
and it'll cost us less than what we're paying now for our
When does
regular.
that contract expire for iCompass?
Actually, our contract already expired. It's just we renew it yearly now.
Okay.
So by March 30th, in order for me to lock in the price that they gave me, I have to do it now and give them at least 3 months notice so that we can go into the new software. Yeah.
New system? All right. Everyone okay with consent?
Yeah, I met this company at the NLC, and they seem to be very professional and very successful. I mean, a lot of colleagues are using it.
All right. 7.8 certificate of application ordinance sponsored by building.
Oh, 7.7.
Oh. He's not, Jeffrey Lewis isn't here.
The
Anyone?
town attorney can address it.
Okay, go ahead.
Item,
Town Attorney.
yeah, item 7.7, the building department had asked our office to prepare a number of independent contractor agreements for various inspection services that we use, plumbing, electrical, mechanical, et cetera. We currently, this is
Yeah,
7.7.
I jumped ahead. 7.7, yeah.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
7.7.
yeah. You were good, you're
Yeah,
good.
we currently engage a number of professional service providers as independent contractors. This just formalizes that relationship. It's a standard form independent contractor agreement. The scope of services has been provided by the building department for each of the various positions. I believe there's a not to exceed amount in each of those agreements. Just to confirm, I'll tell you, it is. I can confirm the compensation for each position is, let's see. Yeah, it's $50 an hour for each position.
Okay. Consent.
Yeah, I mean, again, they could all be on consent. It's one form agreement. The scope changes depending on the discipline, and they provide our inspection services for the building department.
All right, we'll put that on consent.
Yes.
Are you going to present for 7.8?
7.8, yeah, it's fairly straightforward. The commissioner will recall earlier in the year, the commission adopted an ordinance to eliminate business tax receipts. As part of the business tax receipt process, there's historically been an application process for businesses to come in and apply. Because we've eliminated BTRs, that application process was also eliminated through that ordinance. We do currently require certificates of use. This establishes a similar application process for certificates of use, just primarily for tracking purposes, so we know which businesses are operating in the town. There's not a fee like there was for the BTRs associated, but there is an application process, so we'll know who's operating, locations tied to the fire inspections, et cetera.
Okay.
Yeah. No questions.
All right, consent.
No, this is an ordinance. This will be on for first reading.
Oh, I'm sorry, first reading. 7.9. This would be Town Manager Lynch, discussion and possible action to continue utilization of the temporary generator.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This was brought up at I believe at our last voting meeting, and all this does is allows us to maintain the temporary generator until the new generator that has been the discussion that Mr. Odoms has been presenting eventually arrives. The new generator is probably, I don't know, say anywhere from a year to a year and a half away, and we do not want to get caught with our pants down. Old Bessie has been turned out to pasture, but the nice temporary generator that's been performing fabulously is available and ready to go. And all we're doing is continuing the same monthly process of paying for that generator until the new generator arrives.
Does that generator do an automatic test every month? Transfer? You do that? Okay.
Consent, okay,
Questions?
Mr. Chairman? Okay.
Questions? Anyone? No. Consent. All right. 7.10. Backup system for police department. IT Director Bakula.
Mark Bakula, IT Director. This is a backup redundant system for our police department in case of an emergency. It's for our record management system. It's something we've wanted to do for a while, and we present it to you today for approval. This would allow the police, if for any reason the building itself had lost power or a storm, we'd be able to operate our records management system from another location.
That sounds like a necessity.
Questions?
Nope.
No.
Consent.
What's the cost on this one?
It's 17,609. I'm asking not to exceed 20,000.
Okay. We'll put that on as consent as well.
Agree.
We'll have ordinances for second reading. 8.1, consideration and approval of ordinance amending the purchasing threshold sponsored by Procurement Administrator Woodbury and Town Attorney, ordinance number 2025-00.
Yeah, Commissioner will call on first reading. You heard a presentation from Donna Rockfeld with regards to various procurement thresholds. She conducted a countywide survey that she presented to the commission. The commission had adopted the item on first reading with one additional change, which is incorporated in the version that's before you this evening. It'll be on for second reading at your next regular meeting. The city manager's threshold will be increased to $25,000. The change that the commission directed was that anything over $50,000 would require a competitive process. You'd still be required to get 3 quotes for anything below $50,000, but the full RFQ, RFP, invitation to bid process would be required for anything over $50,000. Otherwise, the document, the ordinance is as you saw it on first reading. That'll be a public hearing, so that'll be on for second reading.
We'll have that as a line item. Eight two, consideration and approval of the revised town personnel handbook. Mr. Fishman.
Sponsored by HU.
Ordinance number 2025-009. This will be a second reading.
And just for the record, as Mr. Frischman's coming up, there were no changes made between first and second reading to this item, but you may recall that Commissioner Mohammed had one revision that she wanted to incorporate. The HR director did a little additional digging, and the issue that I believe Commissioner Mohammed wanted to address regarding maternity leave
Yes.
is not included in the personnel manual. It's actually embedded in a separate policy of the town commission.
Okay.
So again, without objection, we will work on an amendment to that policy to embrace that change as well. But the ordinance itself before you and the changes to the manual are consistent with what you saw in first reading.
Anyone have questions for Mr. Fishman?
Yeah, I caught off the card a little bit here. So we do have maternity leave, right?
Correct. Bradley Frischman, HR Director, Vice Mayor, Mayor, Commission, Gentleman, Town Clerk, Mark. Yeah, so the only difference between the last reading, we do have a paid parental leave policy. It wasn't in the handbook before, but I did add it in between first and second reading to also accommodate what Commissioner Mohammed was requesting. So it does have now an activation upon hiring, but there is, same as our tuition reimbursement, a 2-year commitment.
Is there any time limit, like if a very pregnant person gets a job here,
1 year, right?
is there a time
Yes.
limit for?
It was originally for 1 year. Her request was to move it to
Yeah.
upon hire immediately.
Yep.
Correct.
So with that, we made sure we put a caveat in it that you at least have a 2-year commitment, just like our tuition reimbursement.
So we're not discriminating against a highly pregnant or advanced pregnancy lady coming here. We're not discriminating.
Correct. And if we do have a at-home policy for the directors, but we can always make an adjustment as well. Time.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
No questions? Line item
That'll be second reading. Thank you, Mayor.
for the second reading. Thanks. Right, discussion 9.1, discussion of town projects that would be sponsored by me. So next month, January, we go up to Tallahassee, meet with all our legislators. And 3 years ago, when I was mayor last time, we discovered that the town park was 30 years non-compliant. And I met with them and explained that we just found out that the town park was 30 years non-compliant, that we needed a little time to put it back, get us back on track, and get the town moving in the right direction. Explain the struggles that we had. Well, we worked really diligently to put a plan together for the town park, and then in April of 2023, yeah, you guys were all elected, and I was removed off the parks. So, Mosfika, you took over the parks. So, next month, you have to go up there to Tallahassee and explain what's been done on the parks and where we're at with the parks.
What was this discrepancy? Do you remember?
Everything.
Oh, okay, that's
We had not been in compliance whatsoever. We were supposed to build an environmental eco tower. There were so many projects that we were supposed to put in place. We worked with them. We got them to give us a break and change some of those things like the, I don't know if you know this, they took the eco tower out down at the end of Hollywood Beach as well, because it can be used for other purposes. So they removed that. So we negotiated with them to put a water park, or not a water park, a splash pad in. We're putting in an amphitheater, restrooms. We put a whole plan together. and we had it ready a couple years ago, but to date, nothing's been done.
Yeah, but I asked for the special meeting for that one, but no one has to have the board meeting to have there's the discussion where we are, what we're gonna do, what is the plan. No one has the time for that one. So I cannot do by myself take the decision and just go for it. Because I always ask all commissioner has to be agree the same point, what we're gonna do. This is not only my park. Yes, I'm in charge of that, but I need your guys' suggestion too. But no one helping me with that either.
So let's go back several months ago. You had a roundtable where we all sat here. The park has been at your discretion to put it together.
Yes,
So you're saying so for 3 years we've had zero progress.
yes, and we all know that. Why? Because that time we had a roundtable meeting, that time we hired the Kevin, we hired the new, he's an engineer and working for the park. So then we go back to the change, okay, because whoever the old engineer was working and it is giving us just so much money about the budget things like coming out, then we are preferred to have him to go back giving us little idea, then we can come back again. But after that, no one following up for anything. So it has to be together. Like it's not like only I know I am in charge, I am the top of that, but I guess I need you guys help me out to do, okay, what we gonna do. So that is
that's
our work. This is Pembroke Park.
That's part of it. Is you were in charge of the project, so you're the one who's got to keep the project going. You're the one who's got to make sure things are done.
Yeah, but that's why I'm
hold on.
asking.
We found that we had received money for the community garden, and the commission had abandoned the community garden, and so my wife and I stepped up and got the community garden back in compliance, and then when we had the election in 2003 or 2023 and everything changed, I had zero support in the garden. Thing was, we were working daily over there trying to get the garden back in shape. Well, you guys hired a engineer or a gardener for the garden, and you got the garden going now again. So it stopped again. Now it's back going again, and it looks pretty good over there. The thing is that doesn't satisfy the state with the park. The park has been stagnant for 3 years. Here's the thing. 3 years ago, I went up to the state and I said, we had a problem. Here was our plan to fix the problem. And in 3 years, nothing has happened. So you're responsible as the commissioner for the park.
We had looked at different wishes that different commissioners came up, and there was, correct me if I remember wrong, but somebody wanted an amphitheater, a splash pad has been suggested. I have just suggested more canopy because in the eastern part is pretty naked over there, but we really haven't voted on anything.
Well, here's the thing. We swapped out things with the state, like the splash pad's now a requirement. We got to put that in.
But can
We
that-
swapped out the eco tower with that. And we discussed that at the roundtable discussion. That was what the whole point of that roundtable was, to put forward with what we were going to put forward to do in the park. But here we are to date. So I'm asking you, what are you going to tell the state when you go up there next month?
I didn't know I have to go. I'm not prepared. So you went already, so you already have an idea. So you can go and see how can I fix it.
So what do I say? Commissioner Mosfika Kashem, Vice Mayor Commissioner Mosfika Kashem,
Okay.
it's been 3 years.
And yes, you said Commissioner Musfia Kashem asked for another roundtable meeting to settle down, and I did not have the time to have it, then you don't want it. So you can also say that one too.
Okay, we don't need another roundtable to get this done.
Okay, we
wasted
can
it.
have also discussion here too, but we never had a time to talk about it. Every time it's like we are done, we are going home. So we have to figure it out what we're gonna do. It's not our project. It's not my project. It's all our project. So we have to be working together.
Well, see, that's where the confusion is. We cannot work together. That
I understand, but we can have a discussion. There's the attorneys here. We are not doing anything, sunshine law, against anything like, okay, I want this. Mr. Jacobs, do you want it? Okay, do you don't? We are not doing that. We just have a discussion what we can have it improve for our park. That's all I wanted. That's all I am asking for, but no one giving the time for that.
Well, see, here's the issue. We've had those discussions, but no progress has been made.
Okay, what do you-
So I'm asking, you want me to talk to him again? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, and I want you to also give us the advice, okay, how you want to do it now, if you have a time, so we can go follow up your instructions, because you already went there, you did what to do, and let me know in your following steps, then I can follow up with you.
Okay, I have a better solution to this. I'm just going to take back over the park and finish the park and get the park together as I originally did 3 years ago and move it forward.
well, we're
I
talking
think that's
three
in the
parks.
best interest right now.
Yeah, well, we're talking 3 parks. So we have abandoned the beach house, as we call it, in Linear Park.
Yeah, we're not discussing that. That's not part of any of this whatsoever.
No, but we have 3 parks. Which ones are included in
the
the
entire
discussions?
reserve over here.
Only that one.
Only this one. This is what we're discussing over here. This is the one that we're 30 years non-compliant in. So now I got to go up to the state and say, okay, I came in here 3 years ago and we came with you with the plan to fix this problem, and we came forward to fix this problem, and well, I got stopped on everything. So now I'm back in the situation again. I'm back in the mayor's seat again. I'll fix the problem and we'll bring it back. You know, I got to put a timeline out that we're going to get things done in a timely manner, because we're now 33 years non-compliant for the park. Not one thing has been done to get us in compliance at this point. So I think it's probably in the best interest to just take the park back over, get the park going again as the league commissioner on it.
I have no problem
And keep you guys
with
up to
that,
date.
Mayor. So if you want it, that's fine.
I don't want it. It's been your responsibility.
Okay,
Thing is,
okay,
it's just
fine.
nothing's been done.
Okay, fine. It's fine. Like, okay, you can have it and try to do the better things.
Okay.
So back to the park. We have a community center in discussion. We have a splash pad in discussion. We have
The community center is separate from the park itself.
So
the
that
park
is-
itself is the workout equipment. It's the splash pad. It's the pavilions that you requested. I believe another restroom.
yeah, and that we're looking into some very cost-effective solutions there.
Yes, we've. I spoke with the contractor.
I can make a
was-
presentation next workshop with because I've been looking into different companies.
No, listen. I already got it going.
Huh?
I got it. I got it going. So I'll get us back on track, so we don't get more egg on our face when we go up to Tallahassee, because at this point we're now 33 years non-compliant. 3 years, nothing's been done. You know,
but the non-compliance
the thing is,
specifically, what except for the eco tower, what is it that the state requires us to do with that park?
33 years ago, there was a list of things that the town of Pembroke Park said that they were going to do with that park. They received a great deal of money at the time to do certain things in that park, which never happened, never came about. And so
They did the community garden, right?
that wasn't really part of it 30 years ago. That came on, I think,
10 years?
10 years ago. So that's something completely different. I don't have it with me at the moment. It's on my laptop. But we actually have we've had an engineer. We went through engineering. We worked with, is his name slipping my mind at the moment? The young guy. You remember?
I think it was before my time.
From Craig A. Smith and Associates.
Oh, we talking about
Oh,
Schunk?
yeah, that gentleman.
Dan Schunk?
Dan Shunt?
Dan Schunk. Dan Schunk. We work with Dan Schunk. We've gone over. We got an engineering firm. We have a developing firm. We have a plan of what it needs. We just have to get it together. So,
Do we have
but-
the funds? What happened to these funds? They disappeared or been used for something else? Or
well, that happened a lot here in Pembroke Park, and I tried to tell you guys that when you got here. But no one wanted to believe what I was telling them. We had $2.7 million disappear into a private mobile home community that was owned by a commissioner here. So we had a lot of money in this place that went wayward. And since I've been here in 2019, I've been monitoring, making sure that doesn't continue to happen anymore. But this park, we were completely unaware of until I think it was a month prior. Before I went to Tallahassee, we found out another thing was non-compliant. The stormwater master plan, the sewer master plan, those were 25 years non-compliant. I found all this out when I became mayor, and everyone started coming to me asking me, why are you non-compliant and all these issues? And we just started uncovering every time we opened another box around here. It was Pandora's box. It was a absolute disaster that we had to go through and clean things up. And so that's all we did for the last 2 years when I was mayor, was try to clean up all the problems and all the commitments this town had made, but never followed through on. The town of Pembroke Park has great ideas, lots of great ideas, zero follow through.
But the splash park, do we have quotes on that?
We do. We have to have 3 quotes, and when they're all together, we'll bring them back before the commission to get it all done. But we have, right now, we have 1 completely put together, and we need 2 more. So I've been working in the background trying to get 2 more quotes using the same.
I think I have some because of these National League of Cities, and
I've been going to the same meetings.
and there's a lot of vendors.
There is.
making these projects.
But there's a lot more companies out there other than the vendors that are there at those meetings as well. So, so here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to go up to Tallahassee in January with the town manager, do like I did 3 years ago, and we're going to try to talk them off the ledge when it comes to the park and present the plans that we have and try to get that forward. We'll bring it back to the commission sometime in the spring to approve a master plan and start the process of getting our park developed.
You have my
Does
support.
that sound good?
Yeah, you have my support.
Okay. Then
Do you? I'm offering if you want it. Do you want me to join you to Tallahassee and for
not on
support?
that one. We have Broward Days coming up. I don't remember the dates right offhand.
It's the first week in January. I think it's the first, oh, I'm sorry, the first week in,
February, right?
Yeah, it's not January.
yeah, I think it's the first week in February. That's right.
I think it's the beginning of February sometime. Broward Days is when all the electeds from Broward head up. That's probably the best time to go. So
I know the National League of Cities asked me to join them in March in Washington. I'm like, still,
the fast flying.
yeah,
Yeah, you can ask Hodgkins about that. He went with me last time. So
yeah.
Mayor, the Broward Days is January
I'll discuss that
27th.
with Cynthia.
27th,
27th, 28th.
and that's when I actually am at the National Conference of U.S. Conference of Mayors, right?
No, the U.S. Mayor's Conference is, I believe, before that. I'll tell you right now.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
January 28th through the 30th.
Yeah, it's same time. So if you wanted to go up, that would be a good thing. So I'll be
Yeah,
in
I'm
D.C.
so-
representing up there.
Yeah, we did that last year, and that
Yeah.
was
You're already registered,
for Broward Days.
Commissioner Morrison. Yes.
But National League of Cities, they asked me
I
to.
don't
Is
know.
that any conflict with the calendar? It's in March.
Talk about
The fast flying's
Talk about
another.
that tomorrow, okay?
The fast flying's a different event. All right. That's all I had for discussion on 9-1. We moved 9-2, 9-3, 9-4, 9-5, 9-6, 9-7, and 9-8.
To the next.
So to the next workshop. Now, town
No-
attorney,
No comments for the workshop, Mayor. Thank you.
town manager.
Just a very brief comment. At our every Monday, we have a staff meeting, which is the department heads, and one of the topics that Director Odoms, who's there in the back of the room, and I were discussing with the rest of our staff was something related to infrastructure funding, which has to do with our sewers. And I made inquiry. When was the concept of our rate study introduced to this commission originally by Director Odoms? It was in August of 2024. This commission still has not authorized a rate study. So we have a whole list of infrastructure that we're getting done with funds apart from what's produced by the rate study. But the fact is that your infrastructure in terms of lift stations and sewers and all these things related to sewer activity, that money is generated from your rates, which you have not dealt with for a very, very long time. And we've postponed this rate study for various reasons, which I won't go into, which did not generate from this administration. It generated from members of this body postponing it. And when I was talking to the finance director today at the meeting, I was realizing that by postponing the rate study, we're effectively saying we're postponing more of this infrastructure work. Raftellus was the company originally identified by Mr. Odoms back in August. It's come up for discussion, and this body keeps on putting it off. What I'm going to do, if I can do so legally, working with the town attorney, is if we're going to have a special meeting on December 10th in order to accommodate the issue that we had with the budget, which we encountered this morning, because Commissioner Hodgkins identified the transposition of 263 when it should have been 236. I may also present that be brought up in the special meeting so we can get the rate study done, because every time once you pass the rate study, you then have to have the study done, and that takes a few months. And then after the rate study's done, you have to get into the other issues with reference to what's going to happen to the rates themselves. And so my concern is that, we have these great events in this town, and that's exciting. But as the mayor has said, infrastructure, road repair, sewer repair, lift station repair, that's really nuts and bolts, apart from our great safety services that we provide to our citizens. And I'm very concerned that here we are, another workshop, talking about another meeting coming up, and I don't think we can, I don't know what the procedure is, whether it's a special meeting or we just have it on vote, just because I'm asking it be imposed that way, but we need to get that thing passed, and we have to stop talking about it. The time has come for us to pass the rate study so we can have the financial wherewithal to capture many of these infrastructure projects, and I hope you will indulge me, and I will speak with the town attorney what the mechanism is, whether it's part of a special meeting, or because I don't know that I can just, by virtue of this discussion we're having now.
Just as a matter of procedure, so this is the same item that's come up in the past with regards to the engagement of a consultant to perform the study.
Yes.
You're not talking about adopting rates, you're talking about conducting the study.
A study.
This
Yeah,
has
we
been
need a
on-
study to figure out what our rate should be.
But this item has been on, I think, at least 2 workshops over the
Yep.
past 6 months or so. You've got your next regular commission meeting coming up on the 10th. Unless there's objection from the commission, this can be included on your regular meeting agenda.
So-
It's previously been workshopped.
So what we need is just, not just, but give David Lynch directions to start the rate study.
If the intent is to engage Raftellus, who was the recommended consultant by your professional staff, it would be the resolution on your December 10th regular meeting agenda to engage the consultant to perform that study
Can through this work study, that be placed on the consent agenda for that date?
without objection. Yeah,
We can do that now. I mean,
Pembroke Park is in the running to set the world record on kicking the can as far as it can and as long as it can on almost nearly every project we have. Their projects probably older than I am. Actually, definitely older than I am, that still have not been done around here.
Could we place the Raftellus study on the consent agenda?
well,
Mr.
fill
Was that the
fill
study
me
for
out, please.
120,000 roughly?
Jeff, you can help us with this.
I thought there was another company that was like 50 or I'm trying to recall right offhand, but I got a lot on my mind at the moment.
Well, rate study is usually done by the finance department, right?
No.
No.
It's farmed out to a specific kind of firm that does rate studies.
Go ahead, Mr. Odoms.
Good evening, Mayor, Commission, Jeff Odoms, Director of Public Works. So this item was, as Town Manager stated, on 2 previous workshops. And the idea was, I was asked to try to see if we can get additional comparative pricing to be able to look at what we can do with this rate study. It's been a little bit of a challenge being able to get that accommodated because of some other things that came up that have slowed that process down. In the process of it being slowed down, as the manager mentions, it impacts other items and other issues. Those items being generally when you have to fund your infrastructure projects, you review your rates to evaluate what type of financial picture you're going to put forward to get that work done. For example, if you wanted to do a utility bond and you wanted to develop an understanding as to what your debt service payment would be, you might look at that and then say, okay, I might adjust my rates to be able to pay that debt. Well, without a rate study, you don't know where you are, whether you're above where you should be as this town or below where you should be as this town, to be able to paint that picture of how you're going to fund those infrastructure projects. So that's what that part is. As to your question about what was brought up previously, Ref Telus, they gave me a quote for a wastewater rate study and a stormwater rate study.
Right.
We did not do water because we as a town do not deal with water distribution. Broward County does.
Right.
So they were going to look at each of those two systems. And then the third leg of the stool would have been to present to the commission a financial plan based on what that assessment said that would give you something to discuss as options for funding infrastructure projects. And that whole thing was about 100, just around 100 roughly.
Yeah.
But I asked for it to be done individually so that you would be able to vote on and approve piecemeal as opposed to collective, so you can decide what you wanted to do at the end of the study.
Listen, I'm at the point we need to get it done. So
You need direction.
Put it on the agenda
Put
for
it
the
on
10th.
as a line item.
Can we do
Chairman?
that now?
No, it requires commission action. It'll have to be at the regular meeting on the 10th.
Yeah, we'll have to put it on as a line item for a vote.
It could be consent.
All right, it could be. Let's just throw it on consent. If someone's got an issue with it, we'll pull it. That way, we have the least possible on that meeting. It's December.
Super.
Make it under 30 minutes. What do you think?
That concludes my remarks.
Can
Thank you.
I go back, Mary? I do have one item. if I may.
Okay.
The clerk reminded me, the commissioner will recall at your last regular meeting, you approved an independent contractor agreement with a gentleman named John Wilson, who was being engaged by the police department to review all of the speed cameras
Speed
for
cameras.
school zone speed cameras. There was a recent Supreme Court decision which suggested, in the context of red light cameras, not school zone speed cameras, but red light cameras, that the individual who reviews the citations for those cameras needs to be an employee of the town, cannot be an independent contractor.
Right.
At the police department's recommendation, which we certainly support, they'd like to convert Mr. Wilson's agreement that the commission approved from a 1099 contractor to a W-2 part-time employee.
Okay.
Again, it's a ministerial change. Compensation's the same. The hourly rate is the same. But just wanted to let the record reflect that we've
So less than
revised.
30 hours a week.
Correct. We've revised Mr. Wilson's agreement. He will be a part-time employee under the same terms and conditions pursuant to a contract, not an independent contractor. I just wanted the record to state that.
Okay. So, do we need to?
Doesn't require any action. Again, we've made the change ministerially. Just wanted the commission to publicly be aware.
Okay. Perfect. Questions?
No, I think it's a good solution.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor.
Mayor Mohammed's not here.
I'm here.
Commissioner Morissette?
I think with the rate study that you're trying to throw us under the bus, Mr. Lynch. Remember, you have a lot more experience in administration than any of the commissioners have here, so you should really guide us and say, hey, guys, we need to get this done. I had when the last presentation from Mr. Odoms, I thought this was already in the process. So we need to communicate a little bit better when it comes to these kind of things, because Mayor Jacobs is right. Things cannot just be hanging there because no action was taken, but the commissioner can be willfully walking around thinking it is in the process. So we need to be better at communicating here. That's all I got.
Commissioner Hopkins not here. Vice Mayor Kishem?
Nope.
No. I got a little bit here. You went to the National League of Cities, right? Anyone else go with you? All right. So we paid for 3 commissioners to go to the National League of Cities, and 2 commissioners did not go. 1 commissioner went, and so the town is out the cost for those 2 commissioners that didn't attend.
I think a total
Is
is
that right?
9,000 or something like that.
But that's money that the town wasted for commitments that were made that were not fulfilled. And, me personally, I feel it falls under like fraud, waste, and abuse. If you make a commitment and then you don't show or you don't go, and it's costing the town money, that's not fair to the residents and the business owners in this community. It's not fair to Mr. Roach. I'll point you out. So
It all depends on the reason they did not go.
this is true. But it's it can't be a habit that this happens. It costs us money every time this happens. And I'm not pointing out any commissioners specifically here, but the fact that 3 were attending and only 1 went, and it cost us money for that, circumstances could change that, but that's something to pay attention to going forward with these events that you schedule to go to when it comes to the league or any other event for the town. So I just wanted to make that known. Also, town manager, ABC Recycling, I got a call this week about it flowing out into the street again. Are we making any progress on that, or town attorney?
Are you referring to A and B?
A&B Recycling?
Yeah, I can speak to that a little bit.
Yes.
We had
I said ABC. I'm sorry. A&B Recycling.
A&B, yes. The commissioner will recall, we had previously received authorization to move forward with foreclosure on a number of their code liens. We have complaints drafted. Everything is essentially ready to go from a filing perspective. We asked in the past probably 3 to 4 weeks for Mr. Lewis and the building department to provide us with updated numbers on all of the liens that have been recorded against the property. We received authorization from the magistrate at the beginning of November to go ahead and foreclose those liens. As we were required, we provided notice to Mr. Gerald Anderson, who's the owner of A&B Recycling. He had engaged new legal counsel. He had previously had counsel. He engaged new legal counsel who showed up at the last magistrate hearing where we received that authorization. About 30 minutes before the hearing, our office, through one of my law partners, met with Mr. Lewis. Mr. Anderson, I believe, was there, but his counsel certainly was. And they came up with a called a performance improvement plan that Mr. Anderson had agreed to undertake as a predicate before we went ahead and filed our foreclosure lawsuits. Again, I don't have an update from the building administrator. In fact, I think we reached out to him last week during the holiday to get a sense. He was going to go and re-inspect the property when he got back from wherever he was for the holiday. We'd like to get an update on that re-inspection. If we don't get any favorable result with regards to where that process is, our intention is to move forward and file the foreclosure actions post-haste.
Okay. Town manager, can I ask that you, at the town, pay close attention to what's going on over there? There's a lot of trucks that come up and down that road. And if it was one person who kept calling me, that would be one thing. But I spoke with several people over there, and they're saying that it's flowing out into the street, and they're having trouble getting down the road.
Yeah,
So-
Always a traffic jam over.
yeah.
That property is an unmitigated disaster, and that's the reason why I resurrected the legal process. In the meantime, Jeff Lewis will be checking it on a daily basis. We're coming close, by the way, to ferret all the way through the resumes for our part-time code enforcement officer. But that it's a major disaster just waiting to happen, and I promise you diligence in that regard.
Yeah, and we have authorization we need.
One that has rather large vehicles and very expensive tires that go up and down the road. They pointed out how concerned they were about it. So again, I don't want to point out any particular businesses, but there's several in that area that have brought it to my attention in the last few weeks. So please be diligent in checking on them. I appreciate it.
May I ask Horowitz a question regarding this? If this goes through foreclosure and so forth, is the town, are we on the hook for a cleanup?
So the
I fear that, I don't have any evidence,
I can
but
give the
I
short
fear
version.
that it's seriously polluted.
The short version of it is what happens is we overtake the property, we clean the property up, and then the property's auctioned off. We recoup our losses of our cost, but we don't profit off of it. We recoup our cost for the cleanup.
Yeah.
It can be insanely expensive to clean up a
If you
property
haven't
like-
walked back into that property,
I have been there, yeah.
okay, if you walk back into the property, you could see how hazardous and dangerous it is. So
Yeah, the mayor is generally correct. I believe there's about a half a dozen different liens that are recorded against the property of varying amounts. Some of them in the 6 figures. Some of these cases go back, 5, 8. I think maybe in one case 8 or 9 years. They're not new issues. Fines accrue on a daily basis. We would, again, assuming we went through the entire foreclosure process, if a foreclosure judgment was entered, the town could very well take ownership of the property. Again, you'd then go through an auction process, potentially it would be sold, and whatever costs were recouped would go to mitigate any conditions on the property. The city would recover any of its administrative costs, plus any fines or liens that have accrued, or the cost of any fines that have accrued.
And just for the record, I am not against any small business because I'm a small business owner myself. I'm an entrepreneur myself. But this has been a problem since before I got here, and I was
There's
elected
been no
in 2009.
cooperation whatsoever with
So,
that
yeah,
company.
It's been. I believe the town has gone well above and beyond on trying to get this corrected.
Yeah.
With our building officials working with them, trying to get it fixed and trying to get this place cleaned up. But it's, here we are. We're almost 7 years in since I've been here, and we're still at the same place we were. So
Do we need
we're
a-
better legally now. We're getting things done.
We have all the authorization we need.
Okay,
Commissioner.
but do we need to involve the EPA in an environmental study, or what are we going to do with that land? We don't know how how contaminated it is. I don't want to
That
see
will be
another
part of the cleanup
supersite.
process.
I'm not sure I have an answer for that for you this evening, but we'll certainly take the environmental conditions into account with regards to any mitigation that occurs.
Right. Thank you.
Announcements. We have a regular commission meeting Wednesday, December 10th at 7 p.m. I will be here virtually for that one. Be in Anchorage for that one. But I will be virtual for that one. So I'm going to have to adjust on the time zone. Workshop commission meeting will be Wednesday, January 7th at 6 p.m. I may be here virtually on that one as well. I'm not 100% pending issues. So regular commission meeting will be Wednesday, January 14th at 7 p.m. Special events, we have my absolute favorite event that we do here in the town is the toy giveaway, Friday, December 12th, 2025 at 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Do we have any? We don't have any other events. Were you able to get a hold of Toys for Tots in the Marines?
Yes, in
Okay.
fact, we got a response from them, and we'll go into all the details, but they're unable to be involved in this particular event.
Okay. All right.
There's an event that's not on there, which is on Friday, is our annual employee Christmas party.
Yes. Holiday luncheon.
Yes.
Didn't we
And
have
my
a,
P card is not being used for this one.
Didn't we have a surplus of bicycles from last?
Yes.
Okay.
We have a few. They're upstairs, and
No, over across in Algelsby. That's what I saw them.
yeah, I
last
believe
time.
there are a few. There are some other elements of surplus toys also.
And as a secondary, I want to go on the record. I have not signed any contract, or do I know that my name's been forged on any contract for this one either. So,
Not to worry.
but I'm not going to be here, and unfortunately, my dad's not going to be here to play Santa this year. So I actually was looking forward to that one because he plays a pretty good Santa. So my mom got a picture of him in the window yesterday, which he's wearing a red shirt and looks like Santa through the window, which is kind of great. So, but anyways, we'll entertain a motion. Oh, one more thing. We had historically the biggest event ever in Pembroke Park, which was our tree lighting ceremony. We tried to do this several years ago, and it just unfortunately didn't come to fruition with the town manager we had here and a few other people here. But I want to give congratulations to Mr. Lynch for actually getting this one successful and your staff from putting it together and making it the biggest event we have ever had here in Pembroke Park. And town attorney was there with his family. There was I got a lot of feedback from it. Everybody loved it. So,
It's hard to put a number on the PR value of this, but I think it was worth every dollar.
Yeah.
I appreciate what you did. Well, I told you that already.
so, all right. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
We're at 59 minutes, guys. Do you want to go? A little on a minute? No. Adjourn.
Good night, everybody.